From dust to destiny. The first thing Ilias ever remembered was not peace. It was fire. A sky torn open by explosions. A city shaking like it was trying to escape itself. He was 7 years old, barefoot on broken concrete, holding onto his mother's dress like it was the only solid thing left in the world. Don't look at the flames, she said, pulling his head to her chest. Look at me. But, where is Baba? He whispered. She didn't answer right away. Because sometimes truth arrives too heavy for children to carry. That night, his father never came home, and the silence that followed became permanent. His mother became both parents after that. She worked until her hands split open, washed clothes that were never her own, scrubbed floors in houses where laughter lived without her. At night, she returned home with tired eyes and empty pockets, but never empty hands. There was always something for her children, even if it meant she ate nothing herself. I'm not hungry, she would lie, smiling. Ilias learned early that adults lie best when they are protecting something. After his father's death, the world didn't get easier. It got colder. A relative took him in. The boy will study, they said. But in that house, education came with a price heavier than money. You live here, you work here, the woman said firmly. Understand? Yes, Auntie, he replied. And so he became invisible labor in a house that was not his. Water buckets. Laundry. Cleaning. Silence. Faster, they would snap. Do you think we are charity? At night, he studied anyway. By candlelight when electricity failed, by streetlight when sleep came too late. When his hands hurt, he whispered to himself, one day, I won't be inside someone else's house. School was the only place he could breathe. He didn't talk much. He didn't need to. His results spoke for him. First place. Every time. Who is this boy? Teachers began to ask. A machine? One joked. But Ilias only said one thing when asked why he studied so hard. I don't want my mother to clean other people's lives forever. Then came his final year. He became the top student in the entire country. A government scholarship was offered to him, medicine abroad, a dream he had never dared speak aloud. When he told his mother, she cried like she had been waiting her whole life for that moment. You will heal people, she said. You will change everything we suffered for. But dreams do not always fail loudly. Sometimes they collapse quietly. A small fee, a deadline, paperwork. Ilias ran everywhere. Offices, doors, strangers. I just need a little more time, he pleaded. But time does not listen to boys without money. The deadline passed. The scholarship disappeared. Just like that. He didn't speak for 2 days. On the third night, his mother found him sitting outside, still holding the rejection letter. You are still my son, she said softly. He didn't look up. I was supposed to get us out, he whispered. No, she said. You were supposed to survive first. So he survived. University at home. No prestige, no comfort, just continuation. He taught children during the day. Teacher, will I be like you? A student asked. Ilias paused. If you don't stop walking, you'll go further. At night, he studied again. Sometimes he stopped a semester just to pay the next one, but he never stopped completely, because stopping meant losing everything he had not yet become. Second year came. He was still first. A scholarship returned, but now with a condition: stay number one or lose it. That night, he smiled for the first time in months. That's fine, he said quietly. I was planning to stay anyway. Years passed like that. Work, study, silence, endurance. Until one day, he graduated with highest honors. A plus, the dean announced. The room applauded. Ilias didn't smile. Not yet. He was already thinking about what came next. He became a lecturer. The salary was small, but for the first time, it was his own life. He brought his mother and siblings to the city. His mother stood in their new home, touching the walls like she didn't believe they were real. So this is what peace feels like, she whispered. Joseph worked. Alma studied beauty. Life slowly learned a different rhythm. Not easy, but no longer collapsing. Their mother finally rested, not because life became kind, but because her children became strong enough to carry it. Then came Germany, a second chance disguised as an exam. I already lost one opportunity, Ilias said. Then this one is not the same, his friend replied. He passed and left. In Germany, he learned a new kind of discipline, not survival anymore. Growth. He studied diplomacy and international relations. Late nights, cold mornings, endless focus. I didn't come this far to remain small, he told himself. And he didn't. He graduated, returned home changed. He entered government service. That's where he met Sarah. She was not loud. She didn't need to be. She noticed him before he understood why. You're the new diplomat? She asked once. Yes. That's it? She smiled. No pride? I don't have time for pride, he replied. That answer stayed with her longer than expected. She came from influence. He came from nothing. And yet she kept choosing to stand near him. Until one day she asked, Why do you keep pushing me away? He hesitated, then answered honestly, Because I'm still building a life I can offer someone properly. Silence. Then she said, Then build it faster. What he didn't know was that doors were already opening behind him. Her father recognized his work. Opportunities followed. Promotion. Then another. Until one appointment changed everything. Ambassador. When he found out, he turned to her. You did this. She shook her head. I only opened the door, she said. You walked through it. This time, he didn't refuse. They married quietly. No grand speeches. Just two people who understood struggle differently but deeply. His brother went to university abroad. His sister built a career and a family. His mother no longer woke up afraid of tomorrow. For the first time in her life, she simply lived. Years later. A new title, Foreign Minister. The boy who once carried water for strangers now carried his nation's voice. One evening, he stood alone in his office, city lights stretching beyond the window like a memory of everything he survived. He called his mother. She answered immediately. I was waiting, she said. He smiled. Do you remember the night everything burned? A pause. Yes, she said softly. I do. Another pause. Then he whispered, I think we finally left that night. His mother's voice trembled. No, she said. You walked out of it long before I did. He closed his eyes, and for the first time in his life, he didn't feel like he was becoming someone. He felt like he already had.